there's a game on sale in Australian stores right now that makes fun of rape, incest, the Holocaust, child abuse, disability and suicide. It's currently available in many large retailers like Harvey Norman and Amazon. Dvir Abramovich is a chairperson of the Anti-Defamation Commission, a civil rights organisation that fights anti-Semitism and all forms of hatred. Good morning, Dvir.
Good morning. Good to be with you as always.
Now, what concerns you about this game?
Well, first of all, I have to say that when this game was brought to my attention, I felt like I was kicked in the stomach. This vomit-inducing cruel game is not normal. It's beneath contempt. And just when you thought, cheap, accessible entertainment could not get more uglier and vulgar and exploitative, we've obviously reached a horrific new law and that all bets are off. Look, denigrating any group is always wrong. It's never funny. And this game reinforces harmful pre-existing prejudices. And I'm starting to wonder what is happening in our country and to our standards. What made these creators think that rape, murder, pedophilia, racism, the extermination of 6 million Jews and others is a punchline and is funny and is the subject of a game is beyond me. And the stores that are selling it should have known better because they are legitimizing the message by actually mainstreaming it and making it available. There's nothing remotely funny about hurting others, about child abuse, sexual violence, rape, and all the other horrible things that are contained in this so-called game.
And as I mentioned earlier, this game makes fun of the Holocaust and particularly Hitler's role in the Holocaust as well. Do you ever think that will be a laughing matter?
Well, I wonder if the creators of the game thought about the mothers and fathers clutching their babies as they were being pushed into the gas chambers. I wonder whether these creators were thinking about the babies whose skulls were crushed by Nazi soldiers or about entire families being taken into open fields and being executed. This is the cheapening, abuse, and the trivializing of the Holocaust at its worst. And this game, of course, not only makes fun of the Holocaust, it also jokes about rape. And what it does is really to normalize rape in our culture today. And again, I wonder whether the creators were thinking about sexual assault survivors, how they would see, because rape jokes are never funny. And to take the abuse of women and men and to treat their pain as material for jokes is immoral and it's obscene.
Yeah. I'm wondering if this is a deliberate attempt to offend people, because these cards seem pretty obsessed with sex and topics like incest, as you say. There are warnings on the packet that this game will offend people, may offend people. Do you think this is an attempt to offend people?
Well, obviously it is, and it's also to make money. And look, I appreciate the value of humor, and we give games and entertainment a lot of leeway. But they have crossed every red line possible. And yes, we expect card games to push the envelope, but they also have to make a conscious effort not to degrade and to demean, not to devalue and to invalidate the life of others. And look, words are bullets. This game is nasty, and I think it's a form of bullying because the survivors, whether it's of rape or whether it is of racism or whether it is of violence, are scarred and damaged. And I think we have to take it seriously. I mean, what does it say about the people who are actually playing those games? I mean, how can you defend a joke about child abuse or about incest other than saying this is callous and it's ignorant?
Well, we've got the creator of this game on the line to have a chat to in a minute. But if you're just tuning in, you're on ABC Victoria, Statewide Mornings. It is 9:45. We're having a chat with Dvir Abramovich, a Jewish studies academic, a columnist and editor based in Melbourne, about this game called The Rudest Game You've Ever Played. And it makes fun of rape, incest, the Holocaust, child abuse, disability and suicide. And just a bit of a trigger warning as well. We are talking about some pretty serious concepts here and abuses here. You are on ABC Victoria. But do you think the creators of this game are breaking any laws, Dvir?
Well, I wonder whether joking about the violation of young children or babies does constitute hate speech. Because when you are degrading and targeting and dehumanizing, for example, members of the LGBTIQ plus community, you're actually providing an excuse. You're saying it's okay and it's funny. It's harmless and it's trivial to discriminate, to target, to disparage, whether it's gays or whether it is Jews or whether it is women. Targeting anybody who's disadvantaged is inherently destructive. And again, these are not just jokes. These are not just cards. These are excuses that allow for the mistreatment and, I would say, violence against people. So yes, I think this game rises to the level of hate speech. And I think that every store that is stocking this game has to have a good, hard look at itself. Look in the mirror and say, is this who we are as Australians? No, it's not.
Yeah, we have contacted the publishers of this game this morning, A&O Distribution. We've asked them to chat on the radio. We've also alerted some of the outlets selling this game about its content. One has responded, and the product has been removed from sale from Kogan.com and dicksmith.com.au. Will you be lobbying for it to be removed from Amazon and the Harvey Norman websites as well?
Well, this morning on your show, the Anti-Defamation Commission is launching a campaign to make sure that every single platform, every single store in the country will remove this game from their shelf. And if they don't, we will publicly shame and embarrass them. I mean, the victims of child sexual assault, is this game meant to be funny for them? Have they considered their feelings? Have they considered how they would view this kind of game? And again, this is not just a game. This is a platform to mistreat and to degrade and to dehumanize others who are different.
Dvir, thank you. Dvir Abramovich, a Jewish studies academic, columnist and editor based in Melbourne, and also chairperson of the Anti-Defamation Commission.